Right now, the most powerful asset in your business is it's not your product, it's not your service, it's actually you. And if you're not building your personal brand, your business and you are literally becoming invisible. I'm sure you've heard of Logan Paul, KSI, and the drink Prime. They launched it in 2022. And did you know they generated over 250 million in retail sales within a year? Literally within a year of them launching, which is bonkers. Now, obviously, they already had huge personal brands, which neither of us have. However, they did put in effort and work to get there, especially KSI. Now, not all of us are going to be jokers jumping around on camera, doing crazy pranks like KSI and Logan Paul. However, there is something unique about all of us that we can leverage to then build a bigger audience so we can sell our services and help people ultimately, because that's what we want to do as business owners. I've been helping small companies and business owners build personal brands and business brands over the last 2.5 years. And I've also been building my own brand over the last 4.5 years, getting millions of views and engagements across multiple platforms like TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And I'm going to share with you why you need to get started, basically. Back in the day, business was all about branding, logo, what you said in your adverts, all that kind of stuff. Now it's changed. Think about some of the biggest businesses in the world: Tesla, Amazon. As soon as you say Tesla, you think of Elon Musk. As soon as you say Amazon, you think of probably Jeff Bezos and Amazon Prime next day delivery. That's what I think about anyway. And then obviously we got the big one. If I say Apple, it's almost synonymous with Steve Jobs. All these guys and girls have built big personal brands. Success leaves clues. And you might be thinking that, oh, this is just reserved for celebrities, but it's not. There was actually a study that showed that employers actually employed people based on their social media, and you had a 44% better chance of getting a job if the employer actually researched your name and saw a positive social media presence. I'm telling you, branding is important. People don't just buy the business anymore. They buy into the person running the business. They buy into the people inside the company. So when you have that branding and you're the face of it and they resonate with you, they're more likely to buy from you. So first, let's get into the biggest mistakes people make with personal branding. And number one is inconsistency. I talk to a lot of small business owners, maybe making 500 grand to 1 million a year, and they can really scale even further, but they're very inconsistent on social media. One week they post all the time, another week they don't. And I do notice that with businesses that are doing less than that, 100K, 200K, they do the same thing, but even worse. And the thing is, when people learn to expect things from you, they're looking forward to it. There's a reason why EastEnders is on every day at like 8 or 9 p.m. because like people are looking forward to it. They're craving it. Mistake number two is that some businesses try way too hard to be too professional. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes it is a part of the aesthetic to be high quality, very clean, super professional. But sometimes it's good to also just be raw and give people the truth and what they need to hear and deliver from a place of authenticity. The problem that I see a lot of the times is that a lot of businesses are just way too focused on everything being super polished. It's not relatable because most people don't really live that way. Not everything in life is super polished. So it is important that you deliver in a very natural way. And then another mistake business owners make is they want to wait till they're already successful before they start posting the content. That is a big mistake because people want to see the journey. So we've made it clear that we want to make 7 figures this year. We're documenting that journey and I'm letting people behind the scenes into how we're going to achieve it. People love the journey. So the 3-step framework you need to start employing to actually build your personal brand is quite simple. First thing is to just start being consistent. Now, I came from a background of posting every day. That's what I was taught to do. So I learned to post on Instagram and LinkedIn every single day. Now, I'm not saying you got to go that hard, but if you can get to the cadence of 3 to 5 times per week and start to build that rhythm, then over time you can build the quality and decrease the frequency. So you don't have to post every day. However, if you do look at some of the biggest business owners and the biggest creators, they are posting relatively frequently. You look at Elon Musk, he's on Twitter almost every day. That's his platform. It doesn't even matter what platform you use, but you need to build consistency and people need to be looking forward to seeing what you have to say and post. And the way that you show up, my advice is just use video. Video is the most engaging because people are not going to get to see you in person a lot. But a video is the closest thing to actually sitting in a room and being with someone that you'll ever get. So just do video. It makes sense. Do video, get on camera, don't overthink it, and don't try and be perfect. Just talk to the camera. Get your phone out and talk. And then as you do this, make sure that you engage with your community that you start to build. That means DMs, leaving comments, having conversations, engagement with other collaborators and influencers and creators. And that's how you start to build the brand. Okay. That is really how you make the next steps forward. My step 2 in this framework is literally simple. All you have to do is teach what you know. Let me say that again. Let me break it down. Some people just don't get it. Teach what you know. That's all your videos need to be about. Here's an example. If you are an expert in designing websites and SEO, your content needs to be about teaching people how to design websites and the power of SEO. You can break that down into so many little subtopics and you just make videos about that. Okay. And you become the expert in that field. That is literally all you need to do. Okay. And then you add some personal elements, such as a little bit of your personal life if you want to. Give people behind the scenes, let people know about what projects you got coming. That is the stuff that builds relationships. And relationships is what's going to help you grow and build your business even further. Now, my final piece of this framework is probably the most powerful. I want you to think of it like this. There are some people that you just see everywhere. I'll give you an example. Joe Rogan. He's on Spotify. He's on YouTube. His clips generate on TikTok and Instagram. He's literally everywhere. That's why he's got the #1 podcast, because he's everywhere. Now, I'm not saying you got to be on Joe Rogan's level, but if you can, you want to try and be as many places as you can. So we call it omnipresent marketing. Okay. So with that being said, you want to be on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, email. Those are the places that I'm at. Yeah. And that's where I want to be. Those are the best places for me. And I'm on there every other day. People are seeing my face. And even if it's a 1% increase over the course of a week, that 1% makes a big difference. So focus on trying to be in as many places as you can. Now, some people will say that's wrong. Master one channel first. I actually agree, but get really good so that you can actually start to post and populate your content across multiple platforms. And yes, you should master one platform, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't be on other platforms at the same time. Now, that 3-step framework, if you put that all together, that's how you start to build a personal brand. And then you can start to sell your service. And that's how you start to sell more of what you offer, whether it's consulting, financial help, real estate coaching, whatever it is you do, you're able to do more of it because people are going to be attracted to you and the community you've built and the content that you're posting. And I know that sounds way too good to be true and so simple, but it's literally that simple. That's how we helped one of our clients, Stephen, generate £10,000 in just 1 month by doing all these things. So the one thing that happens here is you build the brand, but you want to make more sales for your business. I've actually created a very simple video on how to actually increase your sales by learning how to sell a bit more effectively, because most of you guys have no idea how to sell your services, and you can watch that video right here. Peace.